What you are about to see is true. No actors have been used.
I accidentally called the fire department last night, but nothing was on fire, so I burned down my house so I wouldn't look stupid.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another packed program. For those of you in a hurry, here's a condensed version of tonight's show. That bit with the peanut butter gets me every single time. Anyway, for those of you with more time on your hands, let's start with this.
Dirty, low-down polecat!
This planet we call home is filled with strange phenomena. Mysterious forces of nature whose explanations lie beyond the scope of man's understanding. Among the list of these bizarre oddities, you will find such regions as the Alaskan Triangle, the Bermuda Triangle, and the lesser-known Atlantic concave polygon, a place where inexplicable occurrences are anything but rare. Compasses lose their bearings. Aircraft experience drastic turbulence, and each year hundreds of ships simply disappear. But just what causes these baffling incidents? Many theories exist.
Aliens! Nazis! Pirates! Pirate Nazis! Asians! As per usual, science provides us with a logical explanation. Methane gas bubbles deep below the ocean surface rise up, causing ships to lose their buoyancy and aircraft to malfunction. Or Bigfoot.
Whatever the cause of these disturbances, most infamous of all the disappearances is that of the RMS Ship for Brains, last seen leaving port on September 25th, 1922, under the command of Captain Jennifer S. Quicksand. The ship sent out this final telegram at 11:23 a.m. This is what experts believe happened next.
Captain, you better take a look at this, sir. Starboard side. Starboard side, sir. Right-hand side, sir. Not to worry, lad, that's miles away. Oh, bloody hell. What is it? Iceberg, Captain. Brace for impact.
And then suddenly, without warning, the ship disappeared.
Yes?
Good afternoon, miss. We'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Certainly, officer.
Thank you. We were wondering if you've noticed anything 310 meters in length, about 81,237 tons, 12 decks, a capacity of 3,000 passengers and crew, respectively, 3 smokestacks, and a 140-ton rudder.
Eh?
Allow me to illustrate. Constable. All right, Da Vinci.
It looks like an ocean liner.
So, you have seen it then?
No, but I know an ocean liner when I see one.
I see. I get the picture. Right, well, we shall be going then, miss, but before we do, know this. We've got our eyes on certain people. Certain people with glasses and grey hair and a scarf.
Well, if I see anything even remotely resembling a ship, you will be the first to know, officers.
Be sure that we are, madam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Methinks that woman knows more than she is telling us, Constable Derrick. Right.
Have our heroes finally solved the case? Could this be the missing steamship? Do you care? No. So let's move on to something else.
Hello? How would I know? I'm not the weatherman.
Who was that?
Someone asking if the coast was clear.
I'm afraid I don't really respect people in wheelchairs. Always letting others push them around. Need to learn to stand up for themselves. Well, I was dating a girl with a lazy eye, but I decided to stop because she was seeing people on the side.
Good afternoon, colleagues, staff, and friends. Before I begin, I would just like to say on behalf of the co-chairs, the executive director, and myself, we are very pleased by the turnout at this mandatory meeting. Now, before I begin by reading the bylaws, I would like to take a moment to address a few minor criticisms I received after last year's speech, namely that I gave a speech. It seems some of you find the material I have covered in the past somewhat stale, and I believe, let me check this and get it right, frigging boring. Yes, that's one phrase that's used. So this year I will attempt to make the report not only informative, but entertaining as well. Section 1. The functions of the Commission are advisory only. Its objective is to identify policies to improve the fiscal situation in the medium term and to achieve fiscal sustainability over the long run. The result is projected to stabilize the debt to GDP ratio at an acceptable level once the economy recovers. In addition, the Commission shall propose recommendations that meaningfully improve the long fiscal outlook. Section 2. From among his appointees, the President shall designate 2 members who shall not be of the same political party. They are to serve as co-chairs on the Commission. Section 3, the Commission shall meet at the call of the co-chairs with the approval of the designated federal officer, also known as the DFO, or at the call of the DFO himself, or indeed itself. An official Commission meeting consists of a quorum of the members, including the co-chairs, then serving on the Commission. Commission staff will distribute the agenda to members before each meeting and will make available copies of the agenda to members of the public attending the meeting.
Items for the agenda may be submitted to the co-chairs by any member of the Commission or by any member of the public.
A member must attend a Commission meeting either in person or by telephone to cast a vote.
All or parts of the meetings of the Commission may be closed in limited circumstances in accordance with acceptable law. Consistent with the Section 3B, the notice of the Commission meeting published in the Federal Register must include information on the disclosure. And finally, Section 4, the bylaws may be amended from time to time by approval of the co-chairs and the executive director. Thank you. I will now turn things over to co-chair Scott Graves as he gives us his fiscal review presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon.